So welcome to our Parent Lunch and Learn. Today's program is all about starting the new year in 2024 with Charlotte Mecklenburg Library. So today, our program, we're going to know how to access library resources. We're going to talk about the top 10 best library resources and services to utilize so that you'll be able to leave feeling confident accessing these library materials for learning, and that you'll be able to utilize all of these resources and services for your intervention and enrichment opportunities. So we're going to be talking mostly about resources, and I want to make sure that everyone is aware of how to find these resources. So you're going to start at our library webpage. That's how you're going to find all of our resources, and our library website is www.cmlibrary.org. And so on this homepage, there are four big tabs at the top: books and more, research and learn, services, and events. And the research and learn tab is what we'll be talking about mostly today. When you click that research and learn tab, then you will be prompted for this page here, where you're going to see a long list of resources that you are able to access with your library card. If you know of a specific resource that you want to access, then you are able to type it in there and it will automatically pop up. However, otherwise, you can filter on the side by categories or by the title of the resource that you are accessing. And so before we get to it, I was sharing that today, our program, we're going to be talking about the top 10 resources that we can access. So the first thing that I want to share for our number one thing for 2024 for you to take advantage of is to visit a library branch. cmlibrary.org/locations. You're going to see a list of all of those branches that you can take advantage of. Since you all found this program, I'm guessing you may already know which library branch is closest to you. But if you don't know and you want to spread the word for other people, just know that we do have 8 regional locations. Those are going to be our larger locations. And we have about 12 community and neighborhood locations. We also have our mobile library as well. And all of these locations are open Monday through Thursday, 9 to 8, and then Friday and Saturday is 9 to 5, with our regional locations open on Sundays from 1 to 5 p.m. So maybe if your location isn't open on the weekend on Sunday, you can stop into a regional location and access one of those. And of course, all of our library locations have computer access. And so you'll just need a library card to access those computers. We also have meeting rooms that are available for groups to book at on our website as well. And most of our library locations, or a lot of them, are early voting locations too. So for your information there. And so, of course, if you want to visit our library branches, the second resource you're going to need is a library card. This website here will help you get a card if you don't already have one. It's cmlibrary.org/get a card. You'll be able to fill out a library card application there. So if you're helping students or children, or you want one yourself, you can send them to that website. Or, of course, you can always visit any library location and get that library card as well. You will have to show a photo ID and proof of residency, but then that will let you check out up to 99 items at any given time. Of course, there may be limits on other various types of items, such as audio-visual materials and everything, but everything is checked out for up to 3 weeks, and then it automatically renews for you. And then once it reaches that limit, then we will tell you that you need to bring it back to us. But you may be aware as well that we have no late fees. So you can keep those materials. We do encourage you to bring them back, but know that we are a fine-free system, which is amazing. And then going back to what I was sharing earlier, that with that library card, every child in CMS has a one access card is what we call it. That just means that they automatically have a library card. So one access stands for one number equals access. So a child's student ID number in CMS is going to be their library card number, and then their PIN will be their birth date. Sorry, not the birth year. It will be the 2 digits. So if it's July 4th, it would be 0704 is going to be the student's birth date. And then if there's any teachers on the call, or if you are viewing this later, you just know that your NC Ed Cloud number is going to be your library card number, and the last 4 digits will be your PIN number. So once you've visited our locations, you've got that library card, now you're able to access those resources. And one of the biggest resources or opportunities for you at the library you don't even need a library card for is our third resource to share, and that is our programming at the library. So I would encourage you to bring your children, bring your teens to programs, and just like you found this program online, there are so many others that you can find by visiting cmlibrary.org/events. So these are just a few that I'm highlighting here, but there are so many others to take advantage of. Of course, story times are happening pretty much every single day at the library. We have our Reading Buddies programming where somebody on our call is mentioning their Reading Buddy volunteers. You know all about that. We partner up a volunteer with a child, and they read aloud 30 minutes, taking turns, or one volunteer reading, or the child reading aloud to encourage that joy and power of reading. We also are opening student success centers in most of our library locations, or every library location will have one by 2025. The Student Success Center is just a place for students to get help with homework assignments, to practice a skill such as reading, or to get connected to other library resources. So check that out as well. You might want to volunteer in the Student Success Center, or you might have a child that could benefit from visiting the Student Success Center. We also have Story Explorers, Creating with Books programs, STEAM programs for kids. I mean, there are so many programs on our calendar, as you might be aware, but once you go to that website, you can filter out by the location of the program. You can also filter out by the type of the program, and even some of our bigger events. For teens, there are so many programs as well. We do have a big volunteer program at the library where teens can get community service hours by applying and being a volunteer in our library locations. We also have community service projects. Specifically, a lot of times there'll be like service Saturdays or service days in the library where teens don't have to be a volunteer. They can just show up and participate in that community service project. And then we also have a huge college and career connections program where we're just helping teens find their next step. So whether that is college, whether it's career, or any other path as well, there's going to be a whole suite of programs where teens can practice interviewing, they can practice completing applications, all of those things we have available at the library. So check all of those out for your family at cmlibrary.org/events. And then in we don't want just children and teens to be involved with programs. We want you to be involved as well. So my fourth resource to share is that I want you to connect with other adults at programs too. So beyond our parent lunch and learn programs, we have book clubs, writing clubs, other special programs that are going to happen where we invite special presenters come. We have a DigiLit series where if you are wanting to improve your digital literacy skills, there's a whole suite of programs available for you there. Everything from email basics to getting started with Microsoft Word. Those programs are available at our branch locations and some virtually as well. And we also have a big workforce development programs where those are going to be helping patrons, helping customers trying to get a job. So that might be meeting with somebody one-on-one, helping with resume help, or other working on other job skills or just networking with programming in our community. And then there's other programs like community conversations. So if you're trying to learn a new language, you might want to participate in an English conversation club or other conversation clubs in different languages. We have learning circles that happen every month at the library where participants are gathering together to learn something new, where they're participating in an online course together. So they'll gather together and talk about some of their learning that's happened throughout the week. And the list just goes on and on and on. It's hard to describe, to be able to put into words all of the programming that happens weekly, daily at Charlotte Mecklenburg Library. So please take advantage of all of those, again, by visiting our calendar, cmlibrary.org/events. So those are our big programs, getting big resources like visiting the library, getting a library card, going to those programs. And now we'll kind of shift to those resources. So what can you access with your library card digitally? The first I would share is our fifth resource, to read digitally online. There are many ebook resources, but I'm highlighting 6 here that I think are excellent for children specifically. The first, well, really adults as well, but the first being Hoopla. Hoopla is an online platform that, again, on that A to Z list, you can type in Hoopla and you'll be able to type in your library card number and access it. It's going to have tons, thousands and thousands of digital books that are available to you with no holds and no waiting. So that's great that they're available for access right then and there. And with your library card, your child or yourself are um, allowed 6 books per month. And then the second resource to share is our NC Kids Digital Library. This is a great resource specifically for children. It's going to be designed, as you see here, from pre-K to 4th grade. This website or this platform allows you to check out 5 digital books at one time, but you can swap them in and out. So if I have one that I've read with my child, then I would just put it back and then check out another one and swap them in and out 5 items at one time. This is a great resource and what we use specifically for our virtual Reading Buddies program at the library. Kind of moving on from that, over our Overdrive platform, you might hear this referred to as Libby as well. There's one specifically for kids. There's also a room just for teens, but then the bigger umbrella is just Overdrive Libby for everyone. And that allows you to check out 10 of these ebooks for 21 days at a time, and then it'll automatically go back into the collection, and then you can check out others as well. Then there's 3 more that I just wanted to share that are going to help find some other books. The first is Open Library. There is a specific student library on there as well, which is just a free database to millions and millions of other books. A lot of times these might be older books that you can't find. If you have a specific title that you want to take advantage of, that might be something that you want to see on Open Library. And again, on that A to Z list, you would just type in Open Library or filter out with the O on the side, and you'd be able to pull that resource up. Tumble Books is another great resource. This is going to be more for our littlest learners because they're animated talking picture books. It's really cool that this resource is also available in French and Spanish also, but you're going to see a book kind of come to life. So it's great for children to participate in that, in reading and seeing a book come to life. And then finally, Novelist Plus for kids is a great tool to find book recommendations, book guides, and book talks. So this resource allows you to find what they call book alikes. So I could type in, say, if you or your child were super into Harry Potter and you wanted something like Harry Potter, you could type it in and it would give you a list of resources that might be books similar to that. Like I mentioned, there's also book guides and there's also book talks. So it's a great resource to be able to find out new books that you've never seen before. So that's our fifth resource to check out. Next, six is going to be accessing some of these digital resources for research purposes. So, a child you're working with or your own child might come home, might have a project that they need to do, and you want to be able to curate the content that your child is able to access rather than maybe sending them off on Google to find whatever. These six resources would be great to access for research, specifically for children. But again, anybody can access these. The first being what we call Culture Grams Kids. This allows the child to access reports of any state, country, or province. And you just type in Culture Grams and you're going to be able to access that using your library card number. Another great resource is Pebble Go Science. These will be articles kind of geared towards kindergarten through third grade, nonfiction. There'll be a variety of science topics. And what's great is there is a read aloud function. So you could click that and the child could hear the text read aloud. The third resource to share is our Power Knowledge suite of series. There's an earth space science, a life science, and a physical science that you can access with your library card. It's geared toward third through sixth grade, but I would say pretty much all elementary school, even middle school would be great to access because it's all areas of science. And there's even cool experiments and learning games that children can participate on each of those sites. So definitely one to know about and to check out. And then some final ones, the SIRS Discoverer. It's powered by ProQuest. It's just a database to search, but it's age appropriate articles for elementary, middle schoolers on our platform. And then Scholastic Go is another research database of more than 115,000 articles on every subject. There's Atlas newspapers that you can access there as well. And they even have something called GoTube videos, which is kind of like their YouTube. But again, it's that curated content where you know that your child is accessing educational content related to what they may be searching for a project or school or just additional learning to supplement what they're learning in the classroom, or your child just might be interested in learning something new. And then finally, of course, gone are the days where we have encyclopedias in the library, but we do have World Book available online. So there's World Book Kids copies, there's World eBooks, and then just the entire encyclopedia collection there as well. So they're going to be ebooks, and there's even Lexile levels that are grouped there on all research topics. There's interactive games and articles for all subjects. So if you didn't know about research resources or ever think about trying that out, I would encourage you in 2024 to try some of these with your child. And of course, there's databases for adults as well if you're trying to learn something new. So take advantage of those. The seventh resource to share is tutor.com. This is one that a lot of people forget about or they don't know about, that you can access with your library card. You, again, on that A to Z list, would type in tutor.com and it would pop up for you to be able to prompt to create an account with your library card number. But tutor.com is powered by the Princeton Review, and there are live professional tutors that they have vetted that are available daily from 3 p.m. to 11 p.m. So we get with your library card, you or your child get up to 15 free sessions weekly, and this is any subject. And so there are three categories for available for learners. There's K through 12 students, college students, and adult learners. So the elementary, middle school, high schoolers can get help in English or in Spanish in all subjects, including math, science, English, social studies, even essay review. And then college students can again get help in English and Spanish for their college level courses, including English, science, math, social studies, essay review. They even are there to assist with GED, prep, career services such as job searching, interview preparation. And then adult learners, again, can get help in English and Spanish. Tutors are available for career help, resume review, job searching, and then a citizenship preparation, even essay review. They can help adult learners with all their back to school needs. So definitely take advantage of this great resource that is available for free with your library card. So we'll move on to our top and number 8 resource, which is going to be learning a new language this year in 2024. There is a free resource available with your library card on our digital resource platform called Transparent Language. So you or your child could build your speaking, listening, reading, and writing skills in a foreign language. There's over 110 languages to choose from, including English for speakers of over 30 languages. So spread the word for everyone you know that might have just come to our country is trying to learn English. We have an entire program at the library called Welcome CLT. It's for newcomers to Charlotte, and this website, welcomeclt.org, houses all of that information, including information about transparent language. But the website also has useful links, video information, and resources to help newcomers get settled into our community here in Charlotte. So now we'll move on to number 9, to access media with your family for free. So these are 3 great resources I would recommend that you can access with your library card digitally online. So you kind of don't need any other platforms like Netflix or Hulu or anything. Try out some of these. The first is Access Video. It is high quality streaming videos, films, documentaries. You can add that to your TV and access videos that way. There's also Freegal Music, which is free downloadable music and videos. So you can download 5 downloads a week and stream 5 hours each week for free with your library card. So you kind of, and once you download it, you keep that. So definitely take advantage of Freegal Music with your library card. And then Canopy Kids and Canopy as well. These are educational videos. It's a TV platform and film platform that says helps inspire and inform. There's unlimited views for the kids version, but for the general Canopy site, there'll be limits on what you can check out, or how many at one time before you return it back in there. Some other resources to share would be magazines that we have available in our Overdrive platform. These are just 2 parenting magazines I found, but of course, there's all the ones you can find in the grocery store as well to access at our Overdrive reading room for magazines. There is Universal Class and other resources to help learn something new. So, Universal Class, the parenting and family category, had over 45 online courses that you could take, but there's all sorts of other classes, even different things like painting or gardening. Anything you want to learn, you can learn definitely on Universal Class at the library. We also have tons of other resources you see here, resources to help write resumes. LinkedIn Learning will help you with more courses for business. There are so many newspaper platforms that you can access for free, the daily newspaper. So now that covers our 9 resources that you can do. And of course, I couldn't end our library resources without number 10 being reading. Check out books weekly at the library with your library card. You can place books on hold for pickup, and then you can pick those up easy, or just come into the library and you'll be able to browse the shelves on your own. We at the library have an active reading program, and we encourage everyone to use what we call the ABCs of active reading when they're reading. So, A, ask questions while you're reading, B, build vocabulary, and C, connect to the child's worlds. We've partnered with about 17 other literacy organizations in Charlotte, including Read Charlotte, who put us all together to create this website called readtogetherclt.org. And on that website, you'll be able to see lots and lots of reading tips grouped in categories from birth to age 5 and then 5 to 11. And so check out that website and get lots of tips for reading together with your family this 2024. There are some ways that you can maximize your potential while you're looking for books online. So if you are on our catalog site, so right when you pop up on our website, you can search for a book. There's a little button underneath it that says advanced search though. And when you click that advanced search button, you can fill out this form to really filter out what you are interested in. So your keywords, the audience, so selecting just children's, and you can even specify a lexile level if you're into that, or a collection or a format of the type of book to kind of narrow down your search and make the most of our online catalog. But again, all students in Charlotte Mecklenburg schools automatically have a library card and it's their student ID number. So please spread the word with that as well. And so that kind of concludes our top 10 library resources to take advantage of. And so now we will pause for a little bit and have a time to ask any questions that you have.